Hello and welcome to my channel, or if you have been here before, welcome back. My name is Kay and today we are speed building. The lovely Velvet Bee Gaming has a pretty funky shell out at the minute. We have to choose one of these 3 wallpapers to use somewhere in our build and then color theme our whole build around that choice. So out of these 3 wallpapers, there's only really one I like, and that's the one we're going to go with today. This wallpaper gives me children's vibes. It actually depends on what swatch you use, but this one here with all the different colours reminds me of building blocks. So I thought it'd be really fun today to make a playground for the children. I haven't made a playground before. I have made parks, but not a playground. And I am actually working on like a huge indoor children's space. So this one is going to be a little indoor and a little outdoor. And I don't know about you, but building takes me forever. So I have cut some bits out of this speed build, like the bathroom and just things like that, really. Otherwise, the video would go on forever. I'm going to be completely honest with you now. I am not a fan of speed builds, or I'm not a fan of watching them. And I'm not really a fan of editing them either. But I know some people like them. And then, yeah, if I spend loads of time building something, then I kind of want you guys to see it. But when I am done talking away, I will leave a timestamp up there and we can tour this quickly together at the end and you can see the finished build. You might be able to spot one of my previous shells that we had out actually, which is the tractor shell. That was so much fun. I had that tractor in my game for ages and I just thought, you know what, I need you guys to build it for me. Let me see what you can do with it. And you guys did absolutely amazing. I'm thinking maybe we could have another shell coming out soon. What do you think? Would you like me to release another shell challenge soon? I like to do shells that are a bit out there and a little bit different. So we did have that tractor shell and then I had a fish tank shell as well. So yeah, let me know if you want me to release another one anytime soon. My birthday is also coming up and I don't really know what to do for my birthday. If I'm honest with you, one of our really good friends, the lovely Simple C, has just had her birthday. Happy birthday! And she released a shell and I don't know, shall I do the same? I really don't know what to do. I could just do nothing. If you have any suggestions, let me know. But do keep an eye on this channel because we are going to do another episode of the Ultimate Sims model. There is going to be some differences this time. So when the video does come out for that one, you're going to have to listen up, all right? That was so much fun again last time. And the next episode is going to be amazing. I just know it. But back to this shell challenge, and you can see we have a pool. We have a little kiddies sort of paddling space. We also have 2 buildings. Now, I thought it'd be quite nice, obviously, if it's raining and stuff like that. We travel here, it starts to rain. It would be nice for our children to do activities inside, away from the rain. So that's what I'm going to use one of these buildings for. And I think maybe the other one can be outside toilets, or it can be more of a kitchen space, a place where you can get food. I really like putting self-cafes in my builds, a place where my Sims can not order stuff and they can just go and quickly make themselves something. Like a quick salad, you know. I love a self-cafe. Bit of self-catering, you know, you can't beat it. And I love taking my Sims out and about. I find like when they're all cooped up at home, it gets a little bit boring. So I love to explore. I love to travel out with my Sims. And yeah, I think a self-cafe is awesome. What do you prefer when you take your Sims out? Do you prefer like a bar or a self-catering area? Maybe some vending machines? If I'm honest, I really don't like the vending machines. My Sims will go to the vending machines and do nothing else. They will even just stare at it for a while. Maybe they won't even buy anything, but they'll stand in front of it and stare at it. They are obsessed with the vending machines. So trying to keep those out of my builds for a little while. This is where I was faffing around with a load of lights, actually, and I found these, like, big circle ones, and I thought, oh, they can go on the front of the build. They could actually be, like, a feature and be really cool and just brighten up the place at night time, you know? And just like these lights, I needed to go for everything bright. So in the wallpaper, we have red, orange, yellow, blue, green, and white. So I used all of them colours, absolutely all of them. I went for red a little bit more than anything else. I think red and blue I've used a lot, but look, we've got a lot of green around us, okay? It's a park, it's a playground. There is a lot of green here already, and yellow just isn't really my favourite colour. Orange, I love the colour orange, by the way. What is your favourite colour? I know that's a really weird question to ask somebody, but I love green and orange. They are my favorite colors. I think green is so earthy, it's natural. You just can't get better than green. The emerald green as well, like the darker green. Oh, it's stunning. And then I love orange because I think orange is so easy on the eye. Like if I have lights in my home, I have them to be, you know, the warm light or like an orangey color. I don't really like these brightness, you know, bright stuffs. Unless it's a bright sun, the natural sun, then I am all for it. I absolutely love the sun. I could spend all day out in the sun. Oh, I just love it. I much prefer it than when it's like cold. I'm not a cold person. I get cold so quickly. And I'm not a big fan of clothes either, if I'm honest with you. So the less clothes that I wear, the better. So summer is great because I can just pop a little dress on and I'm fine. Are you a summery person? A lot of people I know, they're like, oh, I hate the sun. Get me out of the sun. Can the sun go away, please? And like, a lot of my friends do not like the sun. Let me know. Are you one of those? Are you going to be in that friend category? The sun haters. Need to get some kind of club going for you guys. By the way, this sim I was building and she absolutely hates the sun. As you can see, I have got my game very, very sunny. When I'm building, I love it to be bright, but this sim absolutely hated the sun. I got her to lay on some sun loungers and she was fuming. Now, I think that's really fun, and I don't know how we would make a sim hate the sun, because I wish that we could do that in CAS. You know, there's a preference to talk about it, to talk about the weather and things like that, and I think it would be really cool to do that stuff in CAS. Have a little bit of a... I know they've got a deeper CAS, but, you know, a deep in CAS would be great. Talking of CAS, by the way, what do we think of the update and the layering? Yeah, what do we think of that? I absolutely loved the sound of it. I was like, oh my gosh, as soon as I get in from work, I'm going to load up The Sims and have a little look at where it is. Could I find it? Could I? No. I could not find it anywhere. And this is because it's under accessories. So it's basically within the stuff that we can layer anyways. It's with the rings and the leggings. And it is specific items. Now, I haven't had a go since, actually, because I got a little bit annoyed. But I'm sure you can make some really banging outfits with it. I feel like I need more. We need more accessories now, don't we? We definitely need jackets without any clothes underneath. All the jackets and everything we've got, they've already got t-shirts combined with them, so that doesn't work. All you can do is put a top over a top and stuff, really. It's, yeah, I don't know. Can you put skirts over trousers? Do you remember that look in the 2000s? The old skirt over the pedal pushers. Do you remember that? That's got to be coming back in fashion soon. So it might be nice for us to have a kind of skirt and pedal pusher thing going on. But I have been talking for ages already, haven't I? And to be fair, I could probably talk the whole video long. I'm not going to lie. But I am going to leave you with some nostalgic Sims music. And then I will be back with you at the timestamp to give you a tour. Back in a bit. I am back. So this is what I'm calling Newcrest Playground because that's where I built it. There are a lot of people that are visiting, so I am just going to build this in pause mode. They are all going to be standing still, but how cool does this look? Look at the stars on the windows. I just thought, you know what? Why not? They're mirrors. They are so funky. I just wanted to add like the funkiest things to this build, if I'm honest with you. To try and pick all the funky looking kid things. So when we go in, we have a reading area, a place where you can do your homework, chill out. You can play some toys here as well. And in here we have our bathrooms down this little corridor. These are both exactly the same. So I will just show you one. They are funky blue and yellow because I did want to get some of the yellow in here. So I used it in the bathrooms because why not? Tiny hallway, but they can use those. Over here is where we have a giant mirror, so you can, I am invisible, I'm a vampire right now. But this is where a human would usually, or a sim would usually see themselves. And this is the cute dollhouse area. I really like it in here. I think it's so adorable, having its own little nook as well. A size down at one of the slides. I thought that was pretty cool. So yeah, that is that there. Before we go outside, I'm going to do this room. So we've got some Don't Wake the Llama, which is a little bit like Jenga. Looks really cool. They should actually release that. I don't know why they don't. Something like it anyways. I don't know if that would actually work, would it? We'd have to try it. We could try it with crayons. Then we've got our crafting space. So this is where we would do our crafts and draw our pictures and things like that over here. Upstairs is the space area. Yeah, upstairs is where we've got like the science area, and you can do a puppet show in here as well. But yeah, this is where it's all about space and science and stars. I thought that was quite cool. You can also do play with your instruments here, practice instruments. You can also make some imaginary friends. I haven't done that sort of gameplay yet, but we should totally try that out. Out here, you can stargaze or observe the sky. I thought that was pretty cool. And then here, there is actually a gate, and your sim can walk on here and they can have a little look at this. I don't know, just imagine they can play with this, you know? And then obviously this is where the pirates are as well, because I've set up my treehouse to be a little like pirate station, or like a pirate ship even. So we have a little space here where they can come and pretend here as well. It's starting to get dark, which is why I didn't want to do it in live mode, because I wanted us to see everything. So let's go outside now. Little lobby area, wipe your shoes if it's been raining. This is our playground area. You might notice that I have put some things in the sky. I think this is going to be like my signature thing that I'm going to do. Just on really funky builds, you know, because from far away, they do look really, really cool. Let me just show you. Like, look at them there in the distance. And then in my thumbnail, yeah, you can see them in the thumbnail as well. I thought they were really, really cool. And I've actually popped a chipmunk in here as well. There is a little toy riding this hot air balloon. Look at that. How cool is she? I love her. You be careful up there. Out into our playground area. There's not many things for adults to do here, but I did pop some easels if you maybe wanted to paint from reference and paint a picture of your children maybe on the playground equipment. I made like a little car desk thing here. I don't know. I thought I just wanted to do something with the car. Hopscotch area, designated own area up here. It's a little bit scratched, isn't it? And then we've got like the sort of country area over here, I guess. There's a bale thingy to sit on. Little horse toy down here. And then we have the climbing apparatus. And yeah, we've just got this playground area over here. I thought I'd use a different terrain over here. I wanted it to kind of look like wood chip and stuff, you know. You know, you get those in a playground. You get that horrible wood chip stuff. I thought maybe we could make it look like it's a little bit like that. Into our little cafe space, by the way. This is our self cafe that I said before that I absolutely love doing. We've got a bin outside with a little dragon on it. He's all right. He's keeping like care of all the trash. So this is our self cafe. I'm hoping they can walk around this. If they can't, just delete that high chair. But I did want a place with high chairs in. But yeah, you can delete one of those if you can't get around here. But there's a space for you to sit. There's also, we have these lucky candies in here. So if your sim gets very, very tired and looking after all of these children, they can pop a quick candy and they will feel all a little bit better, a little bit energized. So I thought that was pretty awesome. I'm going to try and put that in all my builds where we go out, actually, because they are handy. Like, on a serious note, they are very, very useful. This is our little toddler space over here. So you've got some lounge pools and some really tiny things if you want to bring your little babies. Some doctor sets over here. And from this self cafe, yeah, you can kind of sit on the side here and look out. And you can see your little kiddos in the pool and stuff. So I thought that was quite nice. We need some more really big windows like this. Ones that are open. I really quite like those. I did kind of like a billboard thing here, like my own billboard. Someone's left a toy in the middle of the path. This is our pool area. This is our lounging area up here. So we've got a bunch of sunbeds, but we also have a bunch of them stacked here for later if you do need any more. But yeah, this is our pool area. How wonderful. It's very, very relaxing. And also, if you have a little one that can't quite go in the pool yet or doesn't want to, they can come in here. They can splash it in this little area. I really like this. This is awesome. This works as well. It's great. And they've got like this little shade above them as well, so they're not going to get sunburnt too much. Oh, I need to delete that guy. He's not supposed to be there. We just ignore him. We don't see that dragon. We've got a diving pool and some spades and stuff here because you can play in the sand as well, which is pretty awesome. And then we've got some water balloons. If you wanted to do some water balloons on a really hot day, you can do that around here. Onto our pirate tree house. How cool is this? I've tried to like add some things as if the children would be playing down here as well. So like, you know, pots and pans, they can gather the water. There's a wheel down here, and there's also another thing here with water as well. Giant bear, because, I don't know, these things here, they're kind of piratey and they're bears. A bunch of bear stuff, which I quite like. I think it's kind of cute. Over this way, this is the pole to get down, but I did want to show you just the back bit here. Just because I did add some things in. I thought this was kind of cute. Like the children can just go over here. And I do need to paint this, don't I? Let me just take a picture of that for later, so I remember to do that before I upload it. I didn't want to mess around with the ceilings too much, but this completely makes sense that it would be a wooden floor up there. And yeah, this is like over here, just a little pirate space, really. You can do anything over here. Might even pop on a couple of chairs or something there for them. I have fully decked this out, by the way. So there is a bunch of things. They can't use this. For some reason, what you can do is you can type placeable on treehouse in the build by menu. And it brings up all the things that you can actually just click and place here. They slot in nicely. But they can't use some of these items. So I don't know what that's about. They don't work properly. Yeah, we've got another bear up here. We've got this boy playing make-believe up here. Love him. Comes around here. There's like another violin. Although this was kind of cool. I really like jazzed this up, you know? And then they can slide down the slide and they actually slide into water. So they get their feet all wet and they slide into water there, which is kind of cool. But yeah, I think that's it. I think that's all of it now. Sort it all. This nice little space up here just to jazz up the jazz. It was like it's supposed to be like zhuzh it up and then jazz it up. Jazz. Yeah, so that's the pool area. I think it's kind of nice. This is it. Let me know what you think. I'm not sure how many packs it uses. It does use adventure awaits, obviously. We've got that giant apparatus here, which is really good, but I wish we had some more of that in base game. Yeah, I would love that in base game. But yeah, let me know what you think. Let me know in the comments what you think of this build. I had fun making it, and hopefully Velvet Bee Gaming will see this and maybe tour it and then maybe put it in their gameplays. Who knows? Or maybe you will. Who knows? But I will be uploading this to the gallery. My gallery ID is KCakes89. If you have enjoyed hanging out with me today, don't forget to like and subscribe, and hopefully I will see you next time. Bye!